as much as I would like to be sleeping right now, I'm not. I'm awake filming a video because I thought of something, which I forgot, whatever it was that I wanted to talk about. Oh, because I was laying there minding my own business, and then my freaking, I don't know, POTS or whatever, mast cell stuff, I don't even know what it is, man. It's one or the other. But giving me this burning sensation in my chest, and then like, I don't know, my blood pressure is fine, but my chest is burning, and I'm like coughing for some reason. I don't know what it is. Nighttime is like the worst for HyperPOTS, and that's why sometimes I will batch videos before I try to go sleep. And I don't know how my eye looks. I haven't really like been paying attention to it like I have, but like I think it looks shiny from the medication and stuff, but like the thing that was down here isn't there anymore because they cut it out. But yeah, I feel like that's just like a bunch of random stuff. I just rambled there, so I apologize for that. I feel like these videos are really good for me. They're cathartic because I feel like they help me to deal with stuff, but at the same time, when someone comments on my video and they're like, oh, I feel similar or whatever, as much as it sucks that someone else is going through something similar, it's kind of nice to be able to understand that, you know, like where someone else is coming from in that regard, or like someone else could understand what you got going on, if that makes sense. Anyways, I am like really tired, but I can't sleep, and I don't think it's just like, it's not because of like there being tachycardia or my blood pressure being high. Adrenaline dumps really suck because they literally make you feel like fight or flight. It's like anything that can go wrong in your brain is what starts playing over and over, and it sounds like anxiety, and yeah, it feels like anxiety, but it's also like, it feels like you've been given some sort of like, I don't know, stimulant that won't like let you stop. I don't know how to explain it. It's really, really not fun. I really don't like it. I don't like the feeling of like not being able to sleep because I feel like I'm on something when I'm not on something, because that's how HyperPOTS is, and it's exhausting. It's an exhausting thing to have because it's like, yeah, that adrenaline doesn't go away. Like it does. Like I swear I've had periods of time where I don't really have it so much, and then like the weirdest thing will happen. Like I realize that there's like however many people left in a Fortnite game or something, and then I start to panic. Or like, you know, I have these moments when I'm streaming, and like on Twitch we'll be streaming a game or whatever, and then I'll just be like freaking out, like you know, stuff, things, you know, whatever. I can't do it. I can't make myself do it. It just happens, right? It's just like this, I'm fine, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm collected, whatever. I'm swearing at the game and stuff. Then all of a sudden I'm freaking out. Like, and it's like a game that I've played a lot of or whatever. And yeah, so that's fun because that happens. But yeah, I don't even know what this video is now because like, I feel like it's nonsense ramblings. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I think I'm probably overthinking it because of all of this norepinephrine or whatever that's going on. And my hair is like doing its own thing, and I just like, whatever, I don't care. Yeah, it is what it is. I guess it all kind of connects together, you know, because of like the norepinephrine thing, or you know, like the HyperPOTS thing. I think it's norepinephrine. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it sucks because it just like, you can't shut it off. Like I want to, and it doesn't always happen with like, you know, things when it should happen, you know, like, I don't know, like having my eye surgery thing done. You think I would be like super hyper anxious in that moment, and I wasn't. I just like, it was gross and it was uncomfortable and I don't really want to do it again, but it wasn't like a fight or flight response, you know? But then, you know, if I'm bidding on something on eBay, which I have not done in a while for this reason, and I'm like really excited about potentially like winning that item, it's like it goes bonkers in my chest. And I have that flood of like, I can't calm it down, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like that feeling. Like, adrenaline dumps, to me, they just feel yucky. Like, I don't like that amount of adrenaline in my body, or whatever it is. I don't know. Norepinephrine, adrenaline dump, I don't know if it all goes together. It's just words I can use to explain it to make sense to myself, and hopefully it makes sense to other people. And I don't know if other people have that kind of experience, like when you're in a moment, like, I don't know, like bidding on something on eBay or whatever, or I don't even know of another example. That's one I had to stop doing because it was giving me such bad fight or flight response stuff because it was exciting, which doesn't make sense. But I think maybe, and I don't know, I'm not a scientist in the department of the body and stuff, but like, what if mast cell activation and HyperPOTS work off of each other in a way that causes those kinds of out of place responses? Because like, eBay's exciting, and I miss shopping on eBay because of the bidding stuff, and I can't do it anymore because of the bidding stuff. And it sounds so trivial, you know, but it's one of those things that it's just like, I can't do it because it makes me feel really weird, and I don't like it. And yeah, like I get all shaky and stuff, and it's just like, no, like, let's not do that again. I think that's why when I start to have like anaphylactoid responses to things, that my body gets like the shaky, like I can't stop vibrating kind of movement going on, because you're going into some sort of shock. Like, it's the only thing I can compare it to, having been in shock when my cat bit me. That's a whole other bag of worms. I was just trying to like make the other cat go away, and she bit me. Yeah, anyways. So, yeah. HyperPOTS sucks. The not sleeping sucks, because it's like you're tired all day, and then you're like, yes, nighttime, I'm gonna sleep. And then you lay down, and your body's like, nuh-uh, we're gonna make you feel like you ran a marathon, or we're just gonna like jack you up on the stimulant that your body's producing and make it so that you don't sleep. So, yeah. At least that's what it feels like. Man. Like, I'm so tired. I could sleep, but I can't sleep because my body won't let me. And I think I've talked about it before. Maybe. I don't know if I did on here or not, but when I went to I tried to rub my eye there. When I went to the sleep clinic, and they did like a sleep study or whatever, and they were all guessing how long it would take for me to fall asleep. And I didn't fall asleep right away, and I slept like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And they were like, oh, you have insomnia. I was like, yes, I know. Like, I know I have it. I didn't need to come here for you to tell me that. Let's fix it. Well, with like, you know, dysautonomia and mast cell activation, and, you know, like, well, it's dysautonomia, like the HyperPOTS and the mast cell activation. You put those two together, and then it's like any kind of medication they would want to give me so that I could sleep, is potentially just like not a good idea, because we don't know what it would do, right? Like, that's why I'm on like blood pressure medication that, like, I don't know, it helps with the tachycardia, but it also brings my blood pressure down, which is kind of nice. So I remember not like being medicated for so long and feeling so gross, and then having doctors tell me I didn't have HyperPOTS, and, you know, it wasn't HyperPOTS or whatever. And I remember reading about it and being like, dude, like, I have these symptoms. Like, can we test for this? And it took a lot to get to where I am, to get tested, to have gotten tested. But it's also like, you can't give up. Like, you have to keep doing those things to get to that point of being tested, to find out what it is, so that you can learn to, like, cope with it, deal with it, you know, learn to be okay with things being the way that they are, you know, and learning to accept it, you know, learning to accept that, yeah, I'm sick and it's shit, and, you know, it does get in the way of things like relationships. It gets in the way of a lot of stuff that I wish it didn't, like, you know, going out. Like, started thinking recently how much my world has shrunk, and how me not making videos like this for over a month because, like, I didn't have time, mostly because I didn't make time, like, you know, hello, my depression brain speaking. So I haven't made videos like this, and these do help me, but it also helps me to, like, not talk about my illness all the time. That's why, like, you know, when I'm doing my gaming stuff and I'm yelling at the screen or whatever, or squeaking, you know, doing these things that are part of my content, apparently, it's just, it's different, because it's like, I can be candid here, so to speak, and just, like, talk about what illness is like, and also talk about, like, the symptoms that I have, but also, like, be able to articulate what I want and what I don't want and that kind of stuff, and just be able to, I don't know how many times I said be able to. Get to a point where I just, you know, can do all the things, and ideally just, wow, go brain. Do both. What does it have to do with anything?